Hello and welcome. This is my first video and I have been looking for a Ibis Paint painting tutorial for quite a while now. This is one of my RFID attacks, which I will be linking, and that's my Discord, which I will be linking in the description. But yeah, I had been looking for a Ibis Paint X painting tutorial like this for a long while and thought I'd share my knowledge on it because I finally found the brushes, the methods, yada yada, for painting like scratchy. I don't know how to really say this type of painting. It's not like that smooth anime painting. It's more of a scratchy, like oily painting, I guess. Anyway, I will be creating a new canvas. You can use any size canvas. I recommend for Ibis Paint the 2K version of the canvas, like this, quality, the 2K quality. So yeah, I am going to be rendering a ball because it's the easiest thing anyone can render. And don't quote me on light sources and stuff. I am not good at light sources. This is just I shade based on vibes. So yeah, I will be shading a red and a blue ball just so I can show some color variants. First of all, I usually sketch, color in the sketch. Either you can use it with line art, or normally I will take the line art off. Alpha Lock makes it so that, let me grab a blue color, makes it so that you can't draw past what you have already drawn in the canvas. So fill in your base colors and click on Alpha Lock, or with your little line art / sketch, you can select everything you don't want and then click here, and then you will be drawing only on what you want. Because it will select the outside, and then you just invert the selection basically. Anyway, let me turn off this. And the pencils I use for the brushes, pencils, yada yada, I use for painting is this one, the pencil #2, which is a wonderful sketching pencil for me. And for everything else, I use colored pencil. That I think the only modifications I did on this side is that start opacity and end opacity I put it at 200. That's it. I didn't mess with any of the other parameters there. So yeah, first for this little tutorial, what I like to do usually is I usually do another layer, and then I do the select outside method. I do this, and then it selects only what I want to paint. But if you don't want to, I usually use this method for painting multiple things. Like if I had half the ball green, half the ball red, and then I wanted the green shading separate from the red shading, I would do the layer method like this configuration. But if you want, if it's just one solid color, you can just color in the same layer as you did the base color. But I am going to do the layer method because it's easier for me. So what you're gonna do, brush, colored pencil, oh, my Ibis Paint closed. Colored pencil, grab the color. Color, how to apply it. Red is a very warm color. Because what do you think when you think red? You think of hot, you think of heat, you think of fire. So that's a warm color. The more purpley the color is, the more shadow-like it is. Don't ask me why, that's just how it works. So you're not going to, if you were using a very harsh color, like a very harsh cartoony shadow, you would just multiply and then purple, big shadow, big brush, color in the shadow. That's it, that's a shadow. But since we're doing a more painterly shadow, we are going to grab this red and we're going to like push it like more towards purple, but not completely, like just a tiny bit towards purple. And we're going to darken it and gray it, like bring it closer to the little gray area. Then, since it's a big like area, I'm just gonna use a big brush, like the brush in the max setting. But you can do this with any size brush of this brush, and then you just paint it. Like paint everywhere on your shadow, and there you go. No, I'm just joking. I'm going to paint the shadow where I want it to be a little bit less even than what I want to be. Like I want the shadow to come up like here-ish. So what are we going to do? We are going to like go really zoom in there and grab like the mid shade. And what you're going to do now is like my words are hard. I'm going to grab like lower the opacity of the brush, and usually what works for me is 35ish, like from 25 to 35, that percentage right there. And you're just going to rub that color in like on the middle of the shadow, like from the shadow to the light part. And then, yeah, I'm just like doing little, a little like brush strokes. And now I'm going to grab the actual shade in like the actual base shade in a lower opacity, like a 20 to 25. And then I'm going to bring back in a little bit of the lightness. And that's basically shadow done. What you can do if you want more depth in your shadow is creating another shadow color. Like grab the initial shadow color and then just gray it out and darken out it a little bit more, and then you can come with the same opacity and like darken the shadow, like the inner shadow a little bit. And that gives a lot of depth really quickly. Like, look, it's a ball. It's not a circle, it's a sphere now. Anyway, I'm going to teach shine, but first of all, I'm going to say some objects don't need shine. Because if you like are, let me grab that drawing again. This one. This right here is a really great example, because in the armor, like right here, it has shine. It has like, it's shiny because it's metal. But in the fabric, like right here, it doesn't need shine because it's a matte fabric. Or in the leather, like in the little leather straps, it doesn't need shine because it's a matte fabric. But anyway, I'm going to teach shine anyway. Let's grab the base color again, full opacity, and what you're going to do is basically turn it into a yellowish color. Instead of bringing it towards a cooler color, you're going to bring it towards yellow. Why yellow? I don't know, ask the color theory gods. So basically like a really shiny yellow, like orangey color, because you don't want straight up yellow, because otherwise it's gonna look weird. Like supposedly you were doing it blue, which I'm gonna do afterwards. If you just put like a yellow shine on it, it's like a big swoop. So you're just going to do like a greenish sort of Miku colored shine. But anyway, let me grab that color again. And we're just going to move it a little bit towards the yellow, so a little like orangey tone. And we're going to push it like really saturated and really towards the white. And now we're gonna paint. Yeah, that looks weird. So if it looks weird, you just like push it more towards yellow and maybe darken it like less towards white. Because this color is really saturated, so it looks weird because it's less saturated. So yeah, there we go. That's more like it. Now we're talking. So yeah, this is a shine. So full opacity there. And now we're going to bring like the little mid color. We're going to do a gradient, like a little painterly gradient. Just like rubbing it in. There we go. And now we're going to bring back the red color. Full opacity, not full opacity, sorry. Like 20 something, and then bring back the red color. You can rub it all around. So it has like a little bit of a reddish hue to it. Like very subtle highlight there. And what you can do if you want like a really shiny metal sort of texture is you're going to add we are going to put like another layer with an add like layer blending mode with your initial highlight color, and then you're just gonna like rub that in. Then like do the metally texture. There, see it? Now it's really shiny. What you can do too is the moving blur, like direction it on the direction of the light. You like, if the light is coming from here, you direction it like on the opposite, like on the opposite direction. I don't think you guys can see, but it's like your direction like in the direction of the light, like here. But since I am like, yeah, there we go now. And this is how you shade a ball. Now I'm going to do a blue ball. Let me just like merge all the layers together. Now blue. What you want to do, grab the base color again. Grab the base blue, move it towards purple. Grab your colored pencil and full opacity. Oh, sorry. You need to like darken and gray it. And I forgot to add another layer. There we go. So yeah, you just do the same process with just like different colors. It's a really simple process that I do for painting these things. If like I shade based on vibes mostly, so don't ask me about like color theory or stuff like that. Everything I'm saying here I learned through sheer brute forcing, and that brush was that like this brush that I'm using that I found here on Ibis paint was like a blessing, because the texture gives the drawing, really enriches it. Like it turns it from like a mediocre-ish drawing to like a really nice painterly stuff. So it really turns my bad anatomy and bad like color connections to a really cool drawing into like a really cool drawing. Like I am not a pro, like definitely I'm not a pro, but I thought I'd share what I know about like Ibis paint specifically. This works in other programs. I just like don't know it. I just don't know. Like I've used Krita before, but it doesn't really have these sorts of brushes. The closest thing I found was like a really square brush that didn't really give me the result I wanted. I really like Ibis paint for that like effect that it has, because it's a really like beginner friendly program that has like a lot of features from the free version. Like I don't know if this brush is free, but you can watch an ad and like have it for free. So that's what I like, the method I used before like before I had the premium version. So yeah, so this is the blue ball. Now you just erase the selection And there you have it. Blue ball and red ball. Yay! That's the video. Bye.